Are you wondering what's in store for real estate market in 2025? Well, stay right there and I will tell you my predictions for the Nova Scotia real estate market in the year ahead. Howdy, I'm Magee, your neighborhood-friendly realtor here in beautiful Nova Scotia. Looking ahead, 2025 promises to bring some interesting shifts in the real estate market across Canada, but especially here in Nova Scotia. Here's an overview of the trends I'm seeing and how I think they will impact the market here. First of all, let's look at pricing trends. Prices will not return to pre-pandemic levels. Like that was so 5 years ago. Instead, we're likely to see a more moderate rise in home sale prices, with the national forecasters predicting a 5% increase in the average prices. I feel home sellers and their agents will have a more consistent sales data with which to price homes more accurately in the upcoming year. Nova Scotia home sale prices for 2024 were above the national average. Historically, such annual increases of 5 to 6% were typical, and I feel this shows a return to normal seasonal and year-over-year buying and selling patterns. The COVID-19 years brought unprecedented year-over-year sale prices, leaving the home prices of today nearly $200,000 higher than what they were in 2019. This lasting impact continues to challenge the affordability for many home buyers, as wages have certainly not increased at the same rate. Next, let's have a look at mortgages and interest rates. The Bank of Canada is expected to continue to cut basis points, which will in turn lower the variable lending rates. There are some mortgage rule changes as well that will impact the real estate market. First-time home buyers in particular could benefit from the extended amortization periods up to 30 years, which will make things affordable with lower monthly mortgage payments. In Nova Scotia, first-time home buyers are also eligible for rebates off the provincial tax as well if they purchase new home construction. Executive home buyers will have more housing options as the CMHC has increased their insured mortgage caps to $1.5 million, meaning these buyers will need less of a down payment for homes up to that price point. Rate decreases and mortgage changes will likely stimulate an increase in sales activity, which then keeps the pressure on home prices as well. Now, let's explore how different housing types are likely to fare in 2025. Low-rise housing developments and new construction of duplexes and multiplexes are projected to outperform the single detached homes due to their price point. This trend is particularly relevant in rural communities that are within the 1-hour travel time to Halifax. These are ideal for first-time home buyers and downsizing buyers who want to be near urban amenities such as hospitals and shopping. 2024 did see a slight decline in the total number of housing permits from 2023, but the permits for multi-units surpassed those for the single detached homes. The lack of laborers and permit times will have a major impact on 2025 either way. Another trend that I've been seeing is inventory that is gradually increasing due to situational factors. Many seniors who have benefited from in-home care for the past decade or so are now reaching the stage where selling their homes becomes a necessity. Additionally, anticipated improvements to the in-law suite grant may encourage more older homeowners to list their properties and move in with relatives. Multi-generational home purchases will continue to increase as well. The economy will certainly have an impact in 2025 as it has had in the past 2 years. Unemployment is projected to rise slightly, with the national rate potentially reaching 7.5% in early 2025. While employment numbers did increase in December by 91,000, the greatest growth occurred in the public sector. Core-age men were the largest group entering the workforce in December, while women, youth, and private sector jobs saw no significant change. Self-employment even increased by 0.9% in December. I feel this is evidence that the gig economy is gaining traction here in Nova Scotia, with more and more people taking on side hustles to manage those financial pressures, getting ahead, and maybe even trying to save for a down payment on a house. There will be a number of mortgage holders having to renew in the next couple of years, but it will be at mortgage rates 3 to 4% higher than the ones they got during the pandemic of 1 and 2%. This could increase housing inventory as the financially strained homeowners may be looking to sell and have more financial freedom. Now, a potential US-Canada trade war and the political tensions could disrupt supply chains and increased building material costs, which will further impact affordability of renovations and new construction. Consumer confidence trends remain in flux. Home prices, bidding wars, employment uncertainties, and the high cost of living have made many buyers take a pause on the home hunting in 2023 and 2024. I do sense a bit of an exhale as consumers are taking matters into their own hands to get ahead, from cutting spending or getting a side gig. Even the Bank of Canada has signaled an end to their quantitative tightening by mid-2025. Now let's look at immigration and the workforce. With the federal immigration targets being reduced for non-permanent residents, this will definitely have an impact on housing demand, but it will negatively impact our workforce. However, Nova Scotia does remain a key destination for skilled workers and newcomers through our provincial nominee program. Nova Scotia is still seeing an exodus of our young workers to Alberta, but we are seeing gains of retirees moving from Ontario. And there has been a recent uptick of buyers from eastern U.S. Attracted by the low Canadian dollar. I would love to see your thoughts and projections for 2025 in the comments section down below. The construction industry faces a continued and worsening labor shortage as 1 in 5 construction workers are set to retire in the next 10 years. Housing starts and permits show a mixed picture across the province. The Halifax area continues to experience growth in housing starts due to their urban appeal and being a center of employment. However, though rural areas have seen a decline in the number of permits, the number of overall units have increased. Multi-unit developments, semi-detached home, and townhouses dominate the new construction market in the rural areas due to their attractive price point. Despite zoning reforms in some municipalities, permitting delays remain a significant challenge, increasing construction costs and timelines. So, my projections for 2025 come down to this. Nova Scotia real estate policymakers and industry stakeholders must address systemic issues. We need to offer more subsidies or tax breaks for multi-unit developers and work with them to help meet the demand of affordable housing. We need to implement more apprenticeships programs and educational funding to increase the enrollment of the in-demand trades. More support for first-time home buyers, expand access and awareness of government grants, and remove the taxes on new construction. For buyers, it's about learning about programs that are available, learning about buying rural or buying dated properties, as these can open up the right door to home ownership. Sellers need to stay in the know about inventory coming to market and comparable home pricing so that they can time their listings effectively. So if real estate is in your 2025 plans, the key is to stay informed and stay in touch. This has been The Real Deal with Dawn.